Hi, dear friends. How are you? How are you today? Okay. Yes. Directly, we are going to our topic. The main topic name is conservation of plants and animals. Okay. We have already learned about the chapter topic and the importance of this chapter. Yes, we just recollecting the topic, the contents of the topic in previous class. We are studied in previous class. The main points are deforestation and its cause. First is deforestation and its cause. Yes, what do you mean by deforestation? Yes, we know about it because we are studied in previous class this topic deforestation. Deforestation means removal of the plants, the huge plants, trees. Yes, and the cause is the numbers of plants in an area that will reduce it. Then the consequences of deforestation. Consequences of deforestation are flood, drought, environmental issues, natural calamities like floods and deforestation, etc. And then the main consequence of deforestation is desertification. Desertification. Desertification means what? Desertification means the land is going to a plain of desert. What is the specialities, peculiarities of desert? Yes, the water level is very low in that particular area. Water level is very low, and the daylight and heat, the temperature will increasing that area. Normally, the people were not live in that area because the climatic conditions are very dangerous. Okay, and then they cause floods. They cause floods. Yes, floods means this is the first dangerous problem of desertification or deforestation. In the mountain area, the largest mountain, we are talking about largest mountain, Everest. The top of the mountains, they were filled and covered with sheath of some snow. In that time, the heat will increase because the lack of trees, because deforestation. Then evaporating, melting the ice. That ice melting and form water. That water traveling towards the rivers, that rivers traveling towards the sea. And then the sea level, the water sea level is increasing. And then some lakes, rivers, they were overflowing because floods. In that floods, destroying most of the agricultural part, most of the living organisms, etc. And next is drought. Drought means desertification and decreasing the fertility of the soil fertility were decreased. Look, next is flora and fauna. Flora means plants. The all plants not flora, and all floras are plants because they were protected plants. Protected plants. What is the reason? Protected plants. Yes, these plants were going to extinction of this earth. They were disappear. They can live for some years, 10 years, 15 years. Most of the plants were extincting more. Extinction more. So that plants will conservative. Okay. So that type of plants are known as flora. And then second is fauna. Fauna is another examples of going to extinction animals. They were protected. That is fauna. The scientific word flora and fauna, they were protected. Then endemic species. Endemic species means most of the organisms, they were found in any region of the world. Example, camel. Camel is found in India at Rajasthan desert, and we will see this camel will see Arabian desert, Sahara desert, etc. And some of the Bactrian, they were found in the very coldest area. Okay. So this endemic species is they were not found in naturally anywhere. Some of these animals or these plants were found in a particular area only. Such type of species are called as endemic species. Yes, wild mango. This is first examples for endemic species, that is flora. Wild mango. This wild mango is found in some forest, but not found in other area, other forest, other area, other land, etc. This type of plants were seen in a particular forest area only. And some of the animals, that is fauna. Example of fauna: A, flying squirrel, pink-headed duck, black buck, white-eyed buck, some elephants, etc. They were endemic species. Then next is wildlife sanctuaries. It is provide protection and suitable conditions to wild animals. Wildlife sanctuaries are provide protection and suitable living condition to wild animals. Protection and to provide protection and suitable condition. You know about Yes, some organisms like cheetah, some fox, etc., rhinoceros, etc. They can live their own circumstances, but they can't live our nature, our ecosystem. Ecosystem means our populated areas ecosystems. They can't live. That is that is the importance of wildlife sanctuaries. Okay. Then while in the world, more than 10 wildlife sanctuaries are there. More than 10 largest wildlife sanctuaries are there. But in India, India's wildlife sanctuaries are very peculiar one because they have unique in shape. They have unique in shape because the Indian wildlife sanctuaries are seen in three types of regions. First is broad level forest. First is broad level forest. Forest have broad level. Second one is mountain forest. Second is mountain forest. And third one is bushland that form in the river, that means delta. Three types of Indian wildlife sanctuaries are here. Three types. There are three types of wildlife sanctuaries are in India. India is very calling and haunting. That means mixed climatic condition in India. So the wildlife sanctuaries are in better condition in India because we have three type of wildlife sanctuaries are here. Because our earth structure, the structural differences of India is very, we know, unity in equality. The culture is variety cultures in India. The South Indian culture is entirely different with North Indian culture, and also East is very different to the West. So the Indian wildlife sanctuaries are different. In Kaziranga and in Kerala, Salem Valley, Edamon, very different. Okay, so in India the wildlife sanctuaries are mainly, this is very protected area. In this protected area, have no killing or no catching, no hunting, no lodging, no agriculture, no conservation, any other human activities were prohibited area. Yes, then we are saying the Indian wildlife sanctuaries that are very broad level forest, mountain forest, and the third one is bushland forest. Bushland forest. Then national parks. They preserve flora and fauna and the landscape and the historical object. In national parks means protect flora and fauna. Protect some exotic flora and fauna. And the landscape. That means not destroying the type of lands, not destroying. That land structure is conserved. That land structure is conserved. So, the conservation, the protection of flora and fauna and landscape plus historical materials. That means historical objects. Historical objects such as some cave-like structures, some of the fossil-like structures. The peoples were ancient peoples were using some of the materials, weapons, some ornaments. They were found in that area. That type of objects were keeping at that area. They will not taking that side and will not transporting other ways. They are protecting at that area. That is national park. Then in this national park, they naturally found sanctuaries. There is no construction, there is no agriculture, no hunting, no catering, etc. And then the last is zoo. Zoo means places of animals where receive protection, artificially setting protection. These are artificial made sanctuaries. Artificially made sanctuaries. These are the zoo. Yes. Have you seen any zoo in your state? Yes. The nearest place is Trivandrum. Trivandrum. There we can see some of endemic extinct organisms. Some apes, some plants, lion, tiger, cheetah, wolf, etc. So that organisms were going under disappearing. That type of organisms, we collect that type of organisms and providing their own living habit in our area. That means artificially made a national park for such type of organisms. But we can see in tourist mode. That is so. These are the main points of the chapter. We have already learned. These are just a recurring points. The second part of this chapter, we are going to study Project Tiger, extinction, endangered animals, ecosystem, red data book, migration, recycling of purpose, reforestation. This is the second part of this chapter. In this second chapter, what are the main points? Project Tigers, extinction. We already learned about what is extinction. Endangered animals. Then ecosystem, red data book, Examples: tigers. In Satpura Forest, Satpura National Park, more than 500 lions and more than 700 tigers lived before 20 years. Before 20 years. But the number of tigers and lions vary in decrease mode in nature. That means they were died. They can't leave this situation. So the government take a decision to protect some organisms. In Kerala, there are above 5 Project Tiger managements are here. Then, example is Shabarimala, main example, and Agasthyarkulam, Achankovi, and Kannur, Kozhikode. They were found nature. The tiger is protected by this government. That is Project Tiger. Okay. Yes. Next is the extinction. Extinction means disappearing of organisms. Disappearing organisms were lion, elephant, wild cats, wild buffaloes, and Barasingha. 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 Barasingha is a species of deers. Some deers. They were disappearing. So the government take decision to protect that type of organisms. Then now you can know about what is extinction. That means some were also found in this Satpura National Park, but now they face extinction. These type of organisms now face extinction. I think most of the organisms they were facing the extinction because of the external involvement, mainly in human beings. They were starting their life activities, but in starting their life activities, they destroying the natural activities. So the extinction is very important one. So the government decided to protecting this type of organisms. Such type of animals are commonly known as endangered animals. Such type of organisms, such type of animals and plants, that means flora and fauna, are commonly known as endangered animals. Endangered animals. Examples. What is example? Endangered animals. Example: dinosaurs. They were lived in Jurassic category. You know about dinosaurs? Yes, we are also seeing that Jurassic Park. So we know about the dinosaur. Okay. Then, and there is example for extinction and endangered animals is dodo birds. Yes. You just collecting these details of this organism, dinosaurs and dodo. Then next is ecosystem. Ecosystem means it's a part of food chain. It's a part of food chain. It is made up of all plants and animals and microorganisms. They are live in particular area. They can live in particular area. Microorganisms, plants, animals, they were living in particular area. They consume producing each other. That system is known as ecosystem. Ecosystem. Pond water is a major example of ecosystem. Pond water is major example for ecosystem. Then next is red data book. Red data. Red data book means the list is recordically noted. A list of recordically noted some extincted animals, some endangered animals. The list is noted in a book. That organisms are endangered animals, extincted animals. Extincted endangered animals were noticed in a such type of book that is known as red data book. Including the red data book, the old fauna and flora are facing the extinction moment. Then the next is migration. Migration means traveling to another place. That means they traveling one habit to other habit in a year, the particular season. For specific breeding, that is examples. You know about some eels like fishes. They were traveling to one habit to another habit. They traveling to grass, mud, road by road, forest. They can traveling. And this type of mode is known as migration. And some birds, they were migrating one place to another place and return to that their own habitat. That is known as migration. Then the next is recycling of purpose. Recycling of purpose means, yes, papyrus plant. Have you know about papyrus plant? Yes. The paper manufacturing, that is very important one nowadays. Most of the plants were destroyed for paper preparation. So, this is the one reason only. More than 100 reasons are here. Okay, this type of purpose where will be recycled. The cutting of that trees, that plants were decreased. So, recycling of paper is very important. Then the last is reforestation. We are planting some of the trees. Extremely that endangered floras they were cultivated. We are cultivating that endangered floras. So we can urge into reforestation method, because reforestation is very useful in nowadays, because the desertification is very major problem in nowadays. So this is the importance of reforestation. Okay, so the conservation of plants and animals, the second part of this topic, where project diagnose, extinction, endangered animals, ecosystem, I will touch about migration, recycling of papers and reforestation. These are the important point of this chapter. And yes, okay students, thank you for joining with us, and see you meet tomorrow. Bye.